Hi everyone, I'm Gary. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This is Monday Matters from Margate. Margate Matters. Why my Margate? I'll tell you about that later on. But first of all, I'll give you the news of what's happened this week and then come back for some really exciting news about this week's show. Okay? Have fun. I'm off to get an ice cream. See you later. FX is about to release the latest boxing of its Dornier DO17Z medium bomber in 1/72nd scale. Note the new look packaging without the red panel on the left hand side. This is essentially the 2014 new tool with new decals, one for an aircraft that crashed near Biggin Hill in 1940 and one that served in Greece after the invasion in 1941. The Workbench blog suggests this is the third outing for the Dornier DO17. Well, it is for the 2014 tooling of the DO17Z, which was also released as half of a dogfight double in 2015. Their first DO17, a Mark E or F, was a new tool in 1972 and was released again in 1975, 1980, 1986 and 2008. Anyway, the box art is fine and I'm pretty sure it will build well. Maybe I'll get one. If you looked at last week's BE2C from Luke Craft and thought it was right up your street, you'll love the new Hansa Brandenburg seaplane in 1/32nd. The premium set also includes decal sheets for all the wood effects. If 1/32nd is too large for you, they might be able to tempt you with this very interesting 1/48th scale Westland Wapiti instead. AMG has released a 1/48th scale kit of the Hawker Demon, well overdue, but I really hope it means that a 1/48th Osprey isn't too far off. An interesting what if kit is this re-release of the BF109W2 conversion of the famous Messerschmitt fighter, available now from Sova M. Now this one has a single float as opposed to, for example, the previous A model release with twin floats. This might just prompt a video on conversions to seaplanes for a future Feature Friday. Keep a watch on the channel. Big Model has released a Bell AH-1 Super Cobra into its junior range with paint and glue. This is probably the 2009 ZTS plastic kit, which itself derives from the 2001 Mastercraft set with some new bits. Thing is, at just over £10, you really can't argue with the value. This is an interesting range to explore. Staying with choppers, Trumpeter has announced a kit of the Come-Off KA-29 Helix Bravo in 1/35th scale. Have fun with the rotor discs is all I can say. Also in 1/25th from Trumpeter is this Pershing II missile launcher. Now, I remember the real thing from the bad old days of the 80s and frankly I hope I'll never see them again. Trumpeter has also released a kit of the Patriot missile system, this time on the MAN truck again in 1/35th scale. And completing our defence system, I Love Kit has announced a model of the American CRAM version of the Phalanx close-in weapon system mounted on a HEMT truck chassis. 120mm rounds a second is going to ruin anyone's day. Italeri has released a Panzer IV as part of their celebration of the anniversary of the Battle of El Alamein, as noted last week. The Panzer IV kit dates from around 1974, but it comes with Afrika Korps figures as well. For fun, there is the ICM Lafley, now in captured Wehrmacht markings. I've got a Lafley in French colours to build soon. It looks really good. Maybe it's time for a diorama on the channel. For the maritime modeler, the ever generous Trumpeter has also released a 1/700th kit of the Soviet Project 20 World War II destroyer, the Tashkent. Nice to see some old Soviet Navy ships in the list. And further towards the edges of the unknown is this 1/18th kit of the Chinese Zhurong Mars rover vehicle. If anything looks more like Wall-E, I'd like to see it. ICM has added to their 1/16th range from the very strange Squid Game characters with this triangle figure, complete with MP5 machine gun. Can they still ride the wave of Squid Game popularity, or is it petering out? Only time will tell. And finally, I'm a big kid at heart, and these new Aoshima Minions figures are right up my street. Bob, Kevin and Stuart, just wonderful. So why Margate? Well, it's a lovely seaside resort on the Kent coast, but do you know what? Don't come here looking for decent ice cream. There isn't any. I haven't found any. Look, there's even a statue to someone who had to wait for good ice cream for ages. Actually, that's not quite true, because it's actually a memorial dedicated to some very, very, very brave men who tried to rescue the crew of a ship who capsized here in 1897. But it still remains, had they been here today, they wouldn't have been able to find some decent ice cream. Anyway, it's a nice day, it's lovely, sunny, fairly warm, lovely beach. All very nice, you say. What's that got to do with Monday Matters? Well, my friends, during Monday, as you're watching this, I will be the guest of one of the region's finest companies, Hornby Hobbies Limited, specifically the good people at Airfix. And they are giving me, along with some of my fellow YouTubers, a day out at headquarters to ask them all sorts of awkward questions. So I'll join you outside Hornby Hobbies